Happy Monday, Claudia.
As happy as it can be, Conrad. How are you?
Still here, still kicking. It's all good.
Well, let's see, tomorrow's Tuesday, and Tuesday will be our ninth month of, living with the pandemic here in Coachella Valley. And tomorrow I start, and my husband Alan does too. We start a 4-day quarantine,
That's
another
right.
quarantine, pre-surgery.
That's
So,
right.
yeah,
Well,
it's
you
even
know,
more stay at home than they're already stay at home.
exactly. And this is what I want to say to you as you get close to surgery time. Just breathe, right? It's all going to be good. It's
Mm,
all going to work out.
yeah, I try all the time. And you know what I've been listening to, which is extremely helpful, that I used for a prior surgery.
Oh,
It's a woman called Bella Ruth Naparstek, and she does these amazing guided imagery and meditation and affirmation. They came to me as tapes, but now we've ripped them onto our system and on my phone. And I'll just show you a picture. She's a social worker, a teacher, an author, a producer of all this. Truly, it helped me. She helped me so much when I had my first a surgery a number of years ago,
yeah.
just by kind of going into that state right up until the
That's
time of anesthesia. They let me like listen. So it was
that's
like
good.
fantastic. Yeah.
And I say whatever works to help you settle down so that the doctors can do their thing and then you can come back, right? That's it all works.
So on a brighter note, Conrad, how was your Thanksgiving? I know you
Uh,
were baking up a storm after your probably fabulous meal. How did it turn out? How were the pies?
let me go like this. How's this? Uh,
Oh, did you take on too much?
well, let me show you my table as I was getting things ready to, my all the accoutrements. You can see the pecan pie back there in the background. It looked terrific. Because it didn't settle the way I think it should have settled, it quickly became a cobbler instead.
Well,
But you know what?
that looks good.
It was still delicious. There was just enough of that bourbon in it to have a different taste to it. I think what I did wrong is I used the graham cracker crust instead of the regular crust, and I think that just didn't help it settle correctly. You and Alan went to Lulu's, is that correct?
We did end up going. As I said, we were a little bit concerned. We didn't want too many people around, and there were a lot of people. It was quite crowded, although they found us like a quiet little table in the corner, blocking the wind, but we're all still outdoors, and it was fun. I ended up basically taking almost everything home, so we kind of had a leftover feast
Oh,
on
well, that's
Black
important.
Friday, which was even better. So that
Yes.
was that was definitely good.
We're talking about cold weather because we're in the cold weather time here in the desert. And so let's talk about the eco tour that we did last year. We're going to show our viewers some of that footage, right?
Yeah, it was a whole year ago actually that we were up there in the high desert, and
Right.
it was yeah, I happen to remember the cards we got on all the
You
homes.
have them. Oh, good,
I
good.
have them. Can you see them?
Yes, I was looking
So
for mine.
Baltic Sands, off-grid property development.
Right.
And, we interviewed the developers, we interviewed the architect, and these were, last year it was a group, the Eco Homes Tour 2019 was a group of, I believe, five
There were five
homes
homes.
five
Correct.
homes. Let's see, one, two, three, four, fives, ending with, yeah, this amazing, wasn't this like our favorite place?
Yes,
Up
yes.
on, up in Gamma Gulch. So they were kind of sprinkled around near Joshua Tree, and yeah, a lot around Joshua Tree, and then
Yes.
up going towards Grimrock.
Yeah.
But all of the homes were developed with total eco homes with off-grid
Off
solar,
grid.
their own solar.
Right.
Um,
And I,
let's see,
I think you'll agree, many of them were
oh,
beautiful and easily to live in, I would say, at least for the weekend. I don't know how much roughing it I would like to. They're not roughing it because you have a bed and you have a bathroom, you have
they're not roughing
kitchen.
it. They're just small footprint, which is,
Yes,
the whole idea behind being really sustainable is not to like pick a place in the desert and go, I love this, and buy some land and build a mansion, right?
right, right.
Okay, so Conrad, let's have a look at the Eco Homes Tour 2019.
Let's do it. So we're here in the high desert for the 2019 Eco Tour, and I'm here with George Bennett, who is an architect, but you're also going to be speaking today, today's event. Is that correct?
Correct,
So
yes.
tell us a little bit about what you're going to be talking about today.
I'm going to be talking about what it means to live in the desert and build houses in the desert, and what we can do to mitigate that activity. Because we love the desert, we love the California dream of having openness and space and freedom, but we also know that affects the desert.
Correct.
We're driving our cars to get here. We're building houses on this untouched land. So what do we do to offset that? How do we minimize that impact? What can we do to make positive change to the desert? And in this day and age, we have more options available to us, better technology than ever before, so that we can actually be successful in that.
Let me ask you this question. Do people come to you with the knowledge that they know they want to have an eco-friendly home, or do they come to you saying, I want to live in the desert? What can you tell us about living here?
It's more the latter.
The latter, okay.
I think 9 times out of 10, if you ask somebody, do you care about the environment, they'll say yes.
Right. Which is a good thing, because we all care about the environment.
Which is a good thing. But also 9 times out of 10, if somebody comes to me saying, this is what I want from my home, it's all about square footage and bedrooms and bathrooms and where the kids go. And it's not the first thing out of people's mouths.
Right.
Although I will say that it is kind of unique here that people will say, I love it here. And so I think having that love is a great point of departure for working all this sensibility in.
And I think especially if we look kind of over our shoulders, how would you not love this view? We have sun almost every day of the year. Why would we not want to grab some of the sun and help energize our homes? So we appreciate you speaking with us today. We look forward to hearing your discussion. And once again, we're here in the high desert, and this is the Eco Tour 2019.
So the message that George left us with was live in homes not too big and mostly sustainable. And we're here to talk about that with the developers of the properties, and that is Eva and Ida. And you made a great presentation also. So let's talk a little more about live in home not too big. This home here, J2 Olive House?
Olive House,
JT2
Olive House.
JT2 Olive House, 1,200 square feet.
Yes.
Who needs more than that?
Absolutely.
You're right.
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It's very sufficient, and it's manageable on an off-grid status.
Right.
You know, where you're generating your own power. It's not asking for too much.
That's great. How is this home generating its own power?
So this house is actually off-grid solar.
Okay.
It generates its own power. We're not attached to any grid. We have a battery system in place, so at night it will run off the power that was generated during the day.
Oh, where are the batteries?
We have a little storage room in the carport, and all the batteries are in there, and the solar panels are actually on top of the carport.
Oh, okay. So you can plug your Tesla in there, right?
Absolutely. That's the idea.
Okay. Or any other off-road vehicle, which I think you might need up here.
The roads are not too bad, actually. You can access them with a normal vehicle, and I think the first electric 4x is actually coming out next year.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you'll have to get that.
Perfect. Of course. You
Yes.
need that. As I understand, no air conditioning, although I see something right up there.
Yes, we do. We have mini splits, which are actually the most energy efficient.
Yes.
They heat and cool.
The mini split right
Yes.
there. Okay.
And
there's
they
one
are
in each.
solar powered. So,
Oh,
in
that's
summer when we need a lot of air conditioning, they can continue running indefinitely.
And one can actually come and spend the night here, as I understand it, on Airbnb. You can actually
at one of
maybe.
our other cottages.
Okay,
So
well,
one
as
of the
we
other
move
cabins.
along,
Yes.
we'll talk more about that. Well,
Yes.
it's great to talk with you both.
Thank you so
Eva
much.
and
Thank you.
Ida.
Yes.
And what's your doggy's name?
Well, her name is Penny.
Penny.
Yes,
how are
and she's
you?
also energy efficient. I carry her everywhere.
Yes, right. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
All
coming.
right.
We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, spending a day in the high desert, I think, is always a unique experience.
Oh, yeah. And this is the end of our tour, and what a beautiful sight
And
this
look
is.
at this behind us.
I mean,
how big is this house?
it's 312 square feet.
But it's self-sustaining.
Self-sustaining, solar grid,
And I think it was recently built. I know the whole solar system was put in this year.
Somewhat recently.
Yeah.
So we have seen 5 houses that took place, or that are in, we've seen 5 houses, I think 3 in Joshua Tree and 2 in Pioneer Town.
Yeah, Pioneer Town, and now we're kind of going up towards, I'd say Flamingo Heights, Rimrock. Rimrock, yeah, that whole area. You keep going higher up.
So, you know, I think what I learned in this day of eco-friendly homes is that it can be done, but you have to be willing to work at it.
Yeah, it's not, people say like what George said, like everybody says, oh yeah, I want an eco-friendly home, but very few really want a really sustainable eco-friendly home that, yeah, it takes effort, and to live off the grid takes effort. I mean, we drove, how many miles on dirt roads to get here? Many miles, which is fine if you've got a, an off-road vehicle or a pickup truck or something like that, but, see how many friends will come to visit you. Anyway, think of the stars at night.
Think of the stars and think of the pickery plants that I just put my hand into.
Whoops!
We're out here in nature. It's all good. This was the Eco Tour 2019.
It's fabulous.
It's
okay.
fabulous. So Claudia, you have to agree that is a unique experience to go see those homes out there, right? It's really.
Oh yeah, it was great. It was like being on a treasure hunt too. Like, where do we go now? Turn left, turn right, and you're going like, what's that? Oh wait, we've lost connection. We have no more GPS. It was fun.
Where are we?
We were in what I thought was your SUV. Not really an SUV. On Gamma Gulch, like. It was fun. That was really fun.
I agree.
Yeah, very pretty. So let's see, moving into 2021, I think most of us here have been wondering what Modernism Week 2021 would look like.
Correct.
And if they were holding it, if it were going to be virtual, or if it was going to be like a whole here and now, outside and indoors home events and everything else. And we just found out today that they are moving forward with plans to do a real 100% Modernism Week in April of 2021. So I'm sure they're trying to think of ways to limit a few people on home tours and how you would go into the show and sale. So we'll keep you updated. We'll see.
Okay, Claudia, I'll see you later.
All right.
Good luck. Good luck on surgery. See you on the other side.
See you on the other side. Right. Bye.